Right then, welcome back. It's the most important game that has been done so far, which is, of course, as you see, the title of the game itself is the Van Helsing game, as well as we've got a sound of some dogs barking. So we're all safe, so don't worry about that. So, on my last recording, that we were on mission 4, as well as from the start of mission 4, I was reminding you that you couldn't go back to 2 of the same original areas, especially in mission 3, which would have allowed you to grab hold of a cheat that would have been colour body, that would have been from the library to another room where you can move around and use a shotgun to blow off a symbol that would have had a cheat that was the colour body. So if you didn't grab that and went through a door, which would have led to a part of mission 3, and you didn't grab hold of that cheat and 1 life increaser, that would have been from the entrance to a location that you can get to when you're starting mission 3 to get to a gate where you had to use your crossbow to aim an arrow straight onto a statue's circle thing that that does hold a circle thing for you to allow an arrow to hit it and open up the gate and get to a location that would have had a stream of water and a building on the right that would have had a windmill or just a cog that goes upwards and just goes round and around and around, as well as there would have been a wooden beam like it's hiding a window, and when you use a shotgun you can blow it off, and that's where you would have found the life increaser. And if you didn't do that and you just walked all the way past it and finished mission 3, you would be able to go back and go and get it. And so I was reminding about that, and also reminding you can't go back to that door. That is where the gate is in mission 4 when you're proceeding ahead of mission 4 that has to be dealt with. Also, with 1 life increaser that I grabbed hold of, that was where a broken gate that was open from somebody that helped me to get through. So I grabbed 1 life increaser where you would have saw a broken gate that would have had a part of a circle hole in the middle, as well as I said about there would have been an egg down there. But also when I went down it, I found a speed boost. And so, like I said before, if you didn't go down there, you would have found an egg, as well as you could do something with it. do something with the egg, by the way. As well as with a door that was blown off that I did on mission 2. As well as in mission 4, I was reminding you that there was a life increaser and a cheat. And the cheat was Ghost Fend. And if you didn't grab those 2 in mission 2, you wouldn't be able to go and get them. And of course, if you don't remember where the life increaser is, it would be on the chimney of a building where you'll be able to find it. Unless you use a grapple hook to pull yourself up and spring across to the chimney to grab hold of it. But if you didn't, you're going to miss it. So if you did miss it, it's okay, because you can always go back to it when you're doing the game again. And so yeah, I picked up another life increaser that I said about on mission 2. You could always go back and go and get it, which would have been on a roof of another building. So I grabbed hold of 2 life increases in total, as well as when I picked up the second one, which was on the top of the roof. And when I jumped down, there was a werewolf, which was called Velgan the Werewolf. As well as, yeah, there was one specific thing with the werewolf. It kept fucking running away. Like it was terrified. So yeah. Before I did pick up the life increaser from the roof, I was shooting him and then he ran off. And then I picked up the life increaser. That's what I should have said, but well. Yeah. That's what I did. And once I did pick up the second life increaser, I went to a part where you would have saw me fight up against Velgan Werewolf. And when he buggered off, I showed you another bit where the area is, and it led you to find me, jump up on the platform, which would have had a statue with a yellow flushy colour with one of those circle things in its hands again, as well as the silver or white door that was sealed shut. And I said about that you had to use your crossbow weapon to hit an arrow straight through the statue's circle thing it was holding to open it up. And what I ended up picking up from there, which was a cheat from there, which was TRANSLUCENT, Fend. So whatever the TRANSLUCENT spells to be, which I can't quite read it, but that's how it's spelled, with Fend right beside it. So there was one sheet I grabbed hold of and 2 life increases in mission 4, as well as you wondering what was the TRANSLUCENT Fend did. Well, what that did was allow the enemies, and also the cheat always goes on the enemies. So what that cheat does is allows you to see through the enemies, especially arrows, crossbow arrows that you fire, and it goes straight through them, and you can see the arrows in their body instead of like if you had a cupboard, for example, and or should we say maybe, I don't know, but forget that idea. And so I grabbed that and when I went through the bridge area, which will lead you back to the part of where mission 1 starts and go back towards where you would have found me fight up against Varg and the werewolf again with a load of vases. And I smashed a fair load of those up after Varg and the werewolf fucked off again. And as well as back to another location, which would have had a nice village place similar to where mission 1 starts, and it goes ahead towards the same locations where mission 1 goes ahead to places where you go into mission 1 to get that one done, as well as where you saw a part of a building that broke off on the right hand side and you had to go to the left to escape or proceed ahead on mission 1, mission 4, sorry. And then once you did that, you find another place back to where you would have met Felgen the Werewolf again. And then once you knocked his health all the way down, you would have seen a scene with Anna and Van Helsing have an argument or something. But before we met or made Van Helsing meet Anna, what happened was that once you kill Velgen the werewolf, but Velgen the werewolf doesn't die because he ran off again. So he's not dead yet, as well as once you knock his health down from mission 4, you'll find a scene with Velgen the werewolf. Instead of being a werewolf, it would have been a guy that is Velgen himself. And where the discussion goes through as Velgen says, "Run, run." And he says, or shall we say, Van Helsing says, "I run from no one." As well as part of that scene is where Felgen says, "There's only one monster in this country." He's confirming to someone, which is what we're going to be up against sooner or later in mission 5. But before we do that, after all, for the end of the scene, that Anna turns up and she says, "My family side." So yeah, Velgen is her brother. That is not really a brother no more. Because once bitten, as one person said on mission 4, once bitten, man is no longer a man. And so yeah. And then after mission 4 was close to be finished, I brought one thing, which was dodge fire, that was worth 1,500, which allows the pistols, the shotgun, and the crossbow to do 2 bangs at once. And you're wondering, how do you fucking do that? Well, if you haven't checked a couple of my other recordings back, you would have known exactly how it works. But we'll go through it again anyway. And basically, when you do bite for 1,500, what you're going to have to do is hold R1, which is the accuracy, hold the square, which is allows the weapons to fire, whichever weapon, and then press X and push L3 with those 3 buttons, as well as push L3 towards the left or right to do roll to the left, roll to the right, as well as you can do a back roll by pushing L3 down. And then once you do all that, whichever direction you want to go, and then the weapons will go bang bang. And so yeah, that's how that works. And so yeah, there's all the information you need to know right now. But you're wondering what is in store for mission 5. As well as, before I end the video on my last recording, that one person said that always reads the bits and pieces out for it. He says, learn of Draka's great ambitions, as well as climb his highest tower. So that's what we've got to do. Climb his highest tower. So, first of all, when you press continue from when you always leave the game, you want to make sure. Also, I can sense the scenes coming up, so we'll have to skip that, because we don't want to be seeing that, do we? No. Certainly not. So, yeah. Right, so when you have this, make sure you press X. And then, yeah, the gate's fucking broken again. That you have saw before. Yeah, usually that gate is always shut on mission 1 when you start to go from an area, which I'll show you in a moment, because when you come from this door or gate or wherever it is, there's a fenced door really, you'll be up against an enemy. But before you do that, there is a red bar up the top there, which is your health bar, and also there is 3 of those filled up. But also in the game, you'll start with a size, which I'll explain very soon. But also, as you can see, there is a light blue bar right on the right side where the weapons are, which is the shotgun, the crossbow, and of course the pistols themselves. Also, the way you can change them is basically hold L2 and push down D-pad button 2 times to get to the crossbow, or if you want the shotgun when you've still got the pistols already, just push down D-pad once. Or either if you have the pistols and you want a crossbow, just push L3 up. Push the up D-pad button, or even push the L3 up once. So it doesn't matter when you're holding L2. Just push L3 or use the up or down D-pad buttons. And just switch them to whatever one you want. Alright. So then. So I'd say you might want the shotgun out, I'd say. Because there's an original enemy that you saw me fire up against last time. But also, you want your accuracy button, which is the R1, and keep that in. Because otherwise you're not going to hit nothing. And this is why you need the shotgun. Because you can have a good chance of just making them tumble over. Now what these are is metal whacking fuckers. They're right pain in the fucking arses. So make sure you stay in the right places and do the weapons at the right time. Also, as you can see, the red God symbol, which allows your health to go back up, as well as you'll find some green ones, which is what you're going to need to allow yourself to buy some things. Also, these things don't know what they're fucking doing. At this rate. Oh, didn't press the X. Also, I'm not doing that because I'm not going to show you what the thing I brought does. But if you know what it does, what I have said on mission 3, 2 and 1 before. Also, when the sound drops like that, there is no enemies ahead for you to worry about. But when you move ahead, yeah, there's fucking more. Go on, you knobhead. Go on, knobhead. Don't tumble over, will you? Yeah, see? You can be stupid at times. As long as you stand in the right places and do the jumps right, and then you'll be okay. Come on, you knobhead. Also, you can use the swords. Don't forget. Which is R1 and the circle button. If you've got the settings as I have. So yeah, you've got circle and square. For you to know what I'm using. You missed. Well, I'm going to regret saying that. Told you. You missed. Also, I was expecting you to give me flicking red, but oh well. Okay. There should be another one or two. Yep. Because like I said, if you're moving ahead, then you're going to alert some more. Also, I did say on mission 3, in another location, from somewhere, that if you stand in one place and just move a couple of inches towards one spot, you'll alert one, and then just stay there, and just move a couple of inches back to where you started, and just use the weapons to knock the health down, and then just wait until another one comes alive, and then do it again. And then once you've done that, go round to another part of it for you to now alert another 2 things, which is the same things as in enemies, shall we say, same enemies, and then get them all done, and then they will be all dead. Okay, so that's the enemies out of the way. Right, now then. So, first, what we will do is go to this speed running. Now you wonder what's that? Well, that is a life REPLENISHR, which will allow your health bar to go back up to the size you did have. Just in case you're wondering what that is. As well as when you do pick it up, you're wondering where the fuck does it go? Well, where it'll end up is you'll find it in INVENTORY. You'll find it in there. Also, what you're going to need to do first is press the start button for all these selections of things that's there for you to do. Right. Also, with the life REPLENISHR, you can only carry 3, as I said before. Also, when you want this up, you want to just press X when you have got the INVENTORY in white. And the same thing if you want to use certain things, make sure the word is in white. As well as when you go into INVENTORY, you'll find items, weapons, moves, and cheats. Now, once again, if you have got 3 of a specific thing that you can see right in this set of items here, you can't carry any more. So the things you can't carry more, if you've got 3 life REPLENISHR, or ammo REPLENISHR, which allows the light blue bar to go back up to the size you did have, as well as you can have 3 speed boosts, which allows the weapons to go fast, as well as make Van Helsing run fast. Speaking too quickly or something, but yep. So that's where you'll find all that in there. But if you haven't got 3, there's one there, to top your health bar back up if you have took a load of fucking damage like I have. But I'm okay with that. Because the other reason why I have left it like this is because if you look closely towards the weapons up, there's a light blue bar that is up to the size that the red bar was not quite the same as the light blue bar is. Now the reason why that is because if you look closely where the blue bar is, as I said before on mission 1, that the light blue bar will be the same size as the red bar when you're starting your own game, as well as when you collect certain things, the certain black squares will be filled up. So basically, as you can see, the red bar is lower than the light blue bar. Well, for a start, the red bar is your health, as well as it will be the same as the light blue bar when you start playing the game, as well as with the red bar there are 15 black squares in total for you to fill up, and the way to do that is basically find some life increases, as well as with 5 of the black squares they will not be filled up unless you buy 5 life increases in armory, as well as the light blue bar, it has 5 black squares as well. Now the way to get those 5 black squares filled up is basically buy some ammo increases. Be wondering how the fuck do you get the rest of the 10 life increases, or how do you get the fucking 10 black squares filled up? Well, basically what you need to do is find life increases, basically. So the way to get one of those black squares filled up is basically you're going to have to find 2 life increases for one of those black squares to be filled up. But when you're buying a life increase up, one of the black squares will be filled up in red anyway. So that's how that works. And so yeah, 5 black squares for the blue. You just got to buy 5 ammo increases, and then the blue bar will be filled up in each one of those 5 black squares that you can see right there on the right where the weapons are. And so yeah, there's 15 black squares. Ways to get the 5 black squares for the red, buy 5 ammo increases, and the rest of the 10 you're just going to have to find 2. Because if you find 1, then Fallason's going to allow you to say, or allow you to see, that you found 1 half. So you're going to have to find another half. Right, next is when you're in mission 1, as I said and have said before, that when you start mission 1 and you come to over it, you'll find a windmill, as well as when you finish mission 1, like I said before, with 2 cheats you can grab hold of, which would have been Big Head and Ghost. No. Which would be Ghost Body and Big Head. If you didn't grab those 2 cheats, as well as the life increaser that would have been on top of the roof from this little area that you can see right in the corner that you can go through, but if you finish mission 1, as I said before, and you don't grab those 3 things, guess what? You can't go back there. So make sure you grab those 3 things. And so, just to remind you, I'm going to try and go through there, but Van Helsing says wrong way. And so yeah, you can't go back that way. So yeah, make sure you grab the life increaser and the 2 cheats. As well as, before you come from here, you have found a symbol that I said that you have to leave because you can't do nothing with it until you finish the game. So you're gonna have to come back for it. And I'll show you what symbol it'll look like. Is because there's one right here by the windmill. So yeah, you're looking for that thing, as well as it'll have something behind it. So yeah, mission 1, there'll be something with the place I just showed you where I just stood a little while ago, which I will show you again, which would be from over there, but I can't go back there. So yeah, okay, right. So next, you'll find a barrel to smash, as well as, don't forget, I did say about this thing here in mission 1, when you grab the shotgun, you can blow it off, which I've done before, but I am going to do it again because it's still there. So it will reset if you have already done it and you didn't do something you didn't want it to do. You can always go and do it, which is the best idea. So rip it off, as well as when you go in it, as well as I'm going to show you again what is in it, as well as the grapple hook that you need to do with R1 and triangle to pull yourself up on top of here, on top of the roof of the windmill building. As well as I did show you that there was a life increaser. And so, if you was on mission 1 and you had the shotgun and blowing that off, you can go and grab it if you wanted to, or you can leave it, like I said before. Like I have, I've left it. And say when you're on mission 5, you fucking definitely want to grab it now, because there's no turning back when you finish mission 5, okay? So make sure you grab that. Right, also as I said, when you find one, the word of Fat Helsing will say, found one off. So if you have found a second one of the black squares will be allow you to fill up another one of those black squares. If not, then Fat Helsing's going to say one off. So yeah, you ready? Yeah, word, 1/2. And so, also when you jump down, you won't die. So don't worry about that. If you're too terrified, just jump straight in that little gap where I just pulled myself up from and jump down there. But still, doesn't matter how high you are, you won't die. Or even lose any health. Not like the Tomb Raider games. So yeah. Right, also don't forget, over here is a flashy thing, which will involve a challenge, as well as there are 5 of these. They are the same things, but you're going to have to find 5 of them to allow you to basically do a challenge. But you're going to need something, but I haven't got that, so we're going to have to fucking leave it. Also over it, by standing it, you're going to need R1 and triangle again to pull yourself up, or if he does that, do it again, R1 and triangle, and eventually you'll stand still. And so yeah, like I said, when you find another one, as you see, one of those black squares has been moved. For me allowed to have the red bot filled up one of those black squares instead of having over 3 of them. Because now I have 4. So yeah, there's that. Right, so now what are you expecting to happen next? Well, you're about to find out soon, because this is what you're going to have to do next in Mission 5. Is to go through this gate, because that's the only direction you can go. Because like I said, with the wooden door that is all the way back towards here, and if you finish Mission 4 and you don't grab the life increases and the cheats, as well as unlock a challenge, like I did do on Mission 2 before I finished Mission 2, which was Challenge 4, that was called the Maze. So yeah, as long as you pick up all those bits and pieces and all that sort of stuff that had to be dealt with, then you're good. But if you don't, then it's too late. So you wonder what is in this gate. Well, first of all, you want to get the crossbar up for a start, because there's a similar enemy that you would have found in Mission 3. Is these ghostly screaming bitches, as well as they can spin and whack you with a bit of wind. That's what their game is. Also, when you proceed ahead, you'll find another one. Also, when you've got an enemy, underneath the bottom of the screen there, you'll find a red bar of their own health there. Also, if you just do a couple of jumps perfectly, or just one perfectly, you can stand on top of it, as well as do a couple of jumps perfectly, which I'm making a mess out of this, but yep, when you do that, you can stand it and push R1 and triangle, and you'll find an ammo, R-E-P-L-E-N-I-S-H-E-R, your light blue bar to go up, as well as if you have got 1 or 2 and you pick this one up that's on the left hand side, as you can see, waiting, you've got 1 spare to use. But if you've got 3, you can't carry more. But the trouble is, I've got 3, as well as the thing is, with this one here that's waiting, when you pull yourself across towards there, this one will go on there automatically, because usually when you're standing by one, you press the triangle and Van Ass will pick it up. So if you grab a hook across it, the thing will pop up straight away without saying I can't carry any more. So yeah, that's what that does. Right, so what you need to do is go straight ahead towards this door, that's where you got to go next, as well as the scene of the camera moving like that to say that's quite freaking massive. Right, if I were you, get the fucking shotgun out, because you'll have these stone flying fuckers that can fly around and spit needles at you. Right, when they're spitting needles at you, just move one side and you'll avoid it. But do not walk back that way from where it's just coming out from, because otherwise it'll hit you. Alright, there's usually a couple of these. Also, if they're about to fly towards you, just jump around one side and then avoid it. So one's going to fucking kick my fucking arse in it if I'm not careful. Also, if you stand quite close to one and it falls over by his backside and you keep going, then it's barely going to get back up. So yeah, These are quite thick, these. But usually they are just too clever at times. I thought he was going to fucking fly towards me then. I'm using red. But like I said, these things, or whatever enemy, they will give you red or green. But the red ones will allow your health to go back up a smidge. The green ones will go in the middle of your red bar or your blue bar. As I've got 4,780. Now, when you're buying things, the numbers will go down. Also, as I said, that I buy one thing, which was a dodge fire, before I ended my video. It was 1,500, so I did have a fair load, but I've gone down a bit. Right, so first of all, before you do anything, don't go through that door. Don't press the triangle yet. Okay, there's a specific reason for that. Right, so first, there is a life, REPLENISHR, for you to top your health bar back up if you want it. But I'm okay at the moment, because there's a specific reason for that. Well, the reason why is if you die, your health will go all the way back up to the size it was in the start of the mission. So it'll do that automatically for you. Okay, so there's that. Oh, you knobhead. Somewhere. Also, usually when there's no enemies, the sound will drop, just like that, but it's done a glitch on me for some reason, but it does. Also, when you move around it, you'll find some more, and that sound will pick up, just like this, instead of a shotgun blasted away. So also, as I said, when you kill one or whatever enemy, there'll be another one and another one. As I said before, that when you're killing one, there'll be another one and another one. As well as with these stone vampire things, when you stand quite close to them, their back will fall on the ground, and then you'll do a good job of just keep flicking doing that to them. So yeah. Right, now you're also wondering, or already figured out, there is something over here. And what that is a life increaser. So yeah, that's one reason why you don't want to go through that door, because you might want to grab something. So there you go, grab that. So there's one life increaser there. As well as, I can sense something's going to happen in a moment, because usually it fucking does. So when you stand it, you'll allow yourself to use the grapple hook that you'll find right beside where the shotgun is and the saws are on the right hand side that you can see, where you allow yourself to do R1 and triangle, and watch this. Yeah, that's gonna fucking happen. So they're not gonna make it easy for you to go straight there in the first place. So yeah. Also, I was going to try and fly around, but nope, it made a fail. Okay, so once again, what you want to do Let's do R1 and triangle when you stand it and pull yourself up. And you'll find this symbol thing. Like I said before, that there's one of these symbols in mission 1 that you won't be able to do nothing with it until you finish the game. And so yeah. Right, so with this thing, it usually has something in it. So you're wondering, what the fuck's in there? Well, it's got one of a specific thing in there. So there's something specific in there. Now, you're wondering, what could it be? Well, what it could be a life increaser. It could be a cheat. Or it could be 2 other things in there. Now you're wondering, how the fuck do we get in there? Well, once again, you fucking can't. You cannot fucking get in there. So you're going to have to fucking leave it. Again. So, what you're going to have to do, I'm afraid, is finish the game again. And then you can do something with it. So that is why you can't do fucking nothing with it. Or is there a specific thing in there that you might really fucking want? But the game says, if you really fucking want it, because it's a fantastic thing you're really desperately after, and says you can finish the game and I'll flick and let you have it. So yeah. But there's no more information about that right now, so I'm going to keep that quiet. Right, so next, there's a life REPLE and IHGR there for you to pick up if you've got 2. For your health to go back up. Next, what you want to do is go to this door, but first of all, before you push the triangle, you want to get the crossbow out of RU. Or you can get the shotgun out, one or the other. But there's a specific reason why. You want in. What's that? Well, it's a small dude that's sniffing something. Turns around and fucking slings it at me. Little piece of shit. And yeah, you're gonna fucking defeat them all. And there's a fucking lot of fuckers in here. They're aggressive little fuckers, these. Right, so while you want to jump away, but also I've got my control switched off, so that's gonna fucking cost me. What a div. Right, also, like I said, if you do die, don't worry, because your health will go all the way back up. So, that's fine with me. So yeah, let's try this again. So this time, don't turn the control off, knob. I'm a knob. Okay, so yeah. You find one of these. It wants to shift the skull. Now there's some sort of tooth of some kind of thing. And yeah, fucking throws it at you. So yeah, you're going to have a couple on the right, 2 on the left. And you're probably looking at about 10 or 15 of the fuckers. There's more. There we go. No, I'm not taking so much fucking pain until fucking now. But usually that's what happens when you say something and it fucking backfires on you. Right, also you want to press the X and push L3 towards the left or right or down. Just do a roll, jump, shall we say, to avoid things like these bastards. But still, you were saw a red colour by this door to say you can't go through there. But when it disappears, you can. Also, if you stand on the top of this table, you're more likely to be protected without those things doing something like whacking you, basically. Right, so in this room there is some steps that has something broken off for you to jump across them and climb up the steps that way, as well as over by here you can swing yourself across with R1 and triangle for the grapple hook with the orangey colour in the middle, and you can jump straight here. Also, you've got a chandelier with the orangey colour again, which is your grapple hook. You can swing yourself across, but you can also go to this door and press the triangle. But when you do, some words will appear and a bit of a scene will move with the camera to try and move it towards you to show you something, as well as it'll say the passage is blocked shut by a sealed steel door. So yeah, you're wondering what the fuck do we do with that? We're about to find out sooner or later. Right, also you can jump down from it if you want, or you can swing across. But I'm going to jump down, as well as show you that you could have just done a couple of jumps like that, as well as walk all the way up the steps from this side and go to the left instead and find a door that you can go through by pressing the triangle. You can do it that way, as well as over it you'll find one of these symbols again. You're thinking surely you can destroy that, as well as what's behind it. Well, first, you can't destroy it, as well as you're wondering, is there something behind it? Well, there's definitely something, but I'm not going to tell you what's behind it, but you can possibly have a good couple of guesses. So, you wonder, how do you fucking destroy that? Well, you need to do something. So, yeah, you can't destroy it. So you're going to need to do something. Right, so first of all, the only way you can go, well, there's two ways. You can go through this door, or you can go through the one up above. But there's a specific reason why you want to go for the top one, the bottom one, is because you'll be on the ground floor. That's why you want to go through that door first, because you'll be on the ground floor. Because if you went for the top one, you'll be up the top of these balconies that you can see in the middle of the screen up above where Van Helsing is. So yeah, that's why you want to go for the bottom door first. As well as you're going to need to get a weapon out, whichever one. But also, with the light blue bar, you wonder, how do you fucking use that? Well, the way to do that, with the saws, what you're going to need to do is use the saws, and also the way to get the light blue bar to run, push L1 once, and then Van Helsing will do that, as well as with the pistols. The light blue bar will go to those as well. So yeah, you got the pistols and the swords that goes to the light blue bar. So yeah, you got those. And the light blue bar is basically that can do a load of fucking damage if you want to use it. Also, when you move ahead, you'll find this little statue, or tall statue, shall we say. It's also got something on its left hand that's flashing. And as before, when you remember this flashy colour on certain other things, that yeah, you had to use a weapon, because there was a statue or two that had their hand on top of the other hand, which had a circle thing that had a flashy colour like this, and we had to use a weapon to hit it. And one statue allowed the gate to open, and one would allow the silver door thing that opened up, what I did do on my last recording to grab a cheat from. So yeah, that's what you're going to need to do with this thing. R1 and square to fire an arrow and hit it. Made up God symbol flicker or spring back and forwards. And then eventually there's a box underneath. How did that happen? It must have been a magic curse or something. But also, once you have done that, guess what? Yeah, those fucking midgets gonna fucking turn back up again. So you get the crossbow out or the shotgun. Also, there'll be less this time, so don't worry about that too much. So there's at least about 8 or 9 of them. And so once they're dealt with, the sound will drop. As well as, you're wondering, can you destroy that? As well as what's inside it. Yeah, you wondering what's in there, as well as how can you destroy it? Well, I'm afraid not either. So there's 3 things you can find that you can't fucking destroy. How great is that? Not. What do you reckon? Right, so what you want to do is hop straight up here for you to get back up, because you might want to try and find your way to get over to here. And what's there is a life REPLENISH up that will also go into your item settings automatically when you move towards it. But also, I have got 3, so I'm going to leave that there. As well as, when you're in it, from this door that I came from, and you push the triangle, yeah, you can't fucking get out. So the only way you can get up is to go up this way. Once I've got that, which is up here, I then go through these balconies with all these books, shelves, and another door that you can just get out from. And it's the same thing. That door will lead you in there and up above the balcony, as well as out through here. So you can go up from these steps to get into that room, which is these steps from down here. So you can go up or down to get in and out of that building. Also, once again, when you move in this area, these fucking bastards will turn back up again. So whenever you keep doing that, in and out this area, they will keep returning. So you're going to have to keep finding them. Also, I could get my ass fucking kicked in it if they don't give me fucking red at this rate. But also I'm fine, so I don't need to press that start even though I did. But I won't. Don't even think about it. Yeah, like I said, there's fucking loads of them. Nope, I think it's better. Yeah, why not? So yeah, when you go in this section with INV word, just press X when the word is in white, and then items when you want to use one of these 3 things, and just press X, as you can see underneath, where it will say use this item. So yeah, do that. Also, when you have your health topped up, you possibly could get fucking whacked to pieces and have your health all the way fucking back down again. Because these are not very nice, these things. Also, the green things, they'll have a certain time for them to stay still, as well as there'll be a time limit when they will start flashing. So yeah, that's what happens there. Okay, so you're wondering what's next. Well, first, you're wondering, can you destroy that now? I'm afraid not. So guess what? You're going to have to leave it. As well as, what you're going to need to do next is go back up these steps once you've dealt with those bastards. What you can do is go to the right or the left, doesn't matter. And swing across with R1 and triangle to the other side of where this door was that was sealed shut. So when you bring that box up from that statue, this door will open up, and that's how you can do it. And next, when you go through this door, which is the only area you're going to have to go to next, you'll find a balcony, and of course that sound picks up again. That means you're up against more of those fucking bastards. Also, like I said, these things can fuck it out of you badly. So you can use a shotgun if you want. Also, these things likes to fucking nick something. So make sure they don't do that. Don't make me fucking get those pistols out. Because I'll do that to you. Excuse me, can I just get some red, please? So yeah, you can use the ammo on the pistols if you need it, just to make them fucking back off a bit. But it won't last long. Not like that anyway. Because I died again. So yeah. So now, when you do die, you can go back in here. As well as have my health all the way back up again. Fucking piss off. These are more like wankers. Just fucking your fucking break, will ya? Oi! You fucking bastards, get the fuck off! Also, one was fucking nicking my fucking hat. You fucking bastard. Give me a fucking break, man. Ugh. Give me some red. Thank you. But still, like I said, you can use the life REPLENRZ shop to top your health bar back up if you need it. I'll tell you what, fuck it. I've got 2. Also, when you use one, push the X once, because if you push it again, when you've already topped your health up from using one of those, it'll be wasted, so be very, very careful with that. Alright, so yeah, keep that in mind. Oi! Fucking stop it! Go and nick my fucking hat. Do that. Why are you not fucking doing that? Also, if you want to go for a different one, click over R1 and push it in again. And then eventually it'll switch. Also, what you can do is walk close to one and then move away, and the camera will allow the life of any of the other ones that's left. It'll take it off them. Okay, so you can do that instead. So it doesn't matter which way, it'll work. Also, still, what these things can do is always chuck detonators at you whenever they want, or whichever kind of one it will be to do that. As well as chucking some sharp blades or sharp something. Also, once you kill one, there's a fucking another. You missed. Also, like I said, with the green things or the red dot symbols, they will have a certain time before they start flashing and another few seconds before they disappear. Is that it? Finished kicking my fucking ass? Right, I'll have that back. Now, there's a specific reason why you want that. It's because if you don't, you're not going to have something. And there's a specific thing you can get if you keep the hat on certain missions, as well as every single fucking one. Because if you don't have a hat on the end of any mission, you won't be getting something. So make sure you remember where it fell off and just grab it. Okay. Right, so when you've dealt with them fucking bastards, you'll find a speed boost for you to grab hold of. So there's that. Also, this purple colour thing sitting here. You can go towards it and push the triangle because there's something there. And you're wondering, what is that? Well, what that is the light blue bob for the shotgun. So that is your ammo for the shotgun. So you wonder what the fuck does that do? Well, as I've got the shotgun, what I'm going to do is push the L1 because the L1 is the ammo. As well as when you pick that thing up, you can use L1 button for the shotgun now. And of course, as I said, wondering what the fuck does it do? Well, you're about to find out in a few seconds. Because R1 is required with R1. So L1 and R1, but R1 first. L1 next. And square. And look at that. Yeah. That does a fucking good colour out of that. Looks like it's fire coming out of it. So yeah. Right, now with the light blue bar with the shotgun, when you're pushing the square a couple of times, the light blue bar will go down a bit more quicker than the pistols. Okay, so you want to be very careful how you use that. Alright. But if you want to have fun with it, keep using it until eventually it'll go all the way down. So you wonder, how the fuck do you get it back up again? Well, just use the crossbow, the pistols and the shotgun as they should be without using the ammo. Okay, that's how it will go back up. Alright. Right, so what you want to do next is come down and just deal with these bastards. As they like to just keep appearing from bloody middle of nowhere. Also, as I said, with the God symbol, if they bring red and you want your health to go back up, collect it. As well as if you want some more green God symbol, go and grab it. As well as, once again, the green God symbol will allow you to buy things. Also, I'm going to try and get one of these fuckers out of the way. Because what these things will do, as you can see, one that was on the table just a minute ago, it will climb up. So if you stand on top of the steps, or just one step, you can stand on it, and then the fucking bastards can't get you. How about that? Also, one's just coming from where I just came from, so he can fuck off. So yeah, you got that. Also, there's one on the opposite side. A bit of green, so I better grab that just in case, because it's got a time limit before they start flashing and then they'll disappear. Oi! Fucking prick. Yeah, have that. Don't go towards me. I'll do you and all. Yeah, that's right. Your turn. Your turn as well, is it? Alright. If you want to turn up and have a good kicking, then why not? Oi. Right, is that it? Nope. Not from the left side anyway. Ugh. A fucking turd bag. Also, you don't have to pick up the hat right now. You can always wait until you fucking kick these bastards out of the way. Also, you can use the ammo if you want. To fucking teach them a good bloody lesson. So don't flick it out at me. Who said you can do that? And so yeah. So make sure you pick up the red for the life to go back up if you took a load of damage without using the life REPLENIZ job. And once again, if it falls off, pick it up. The only way you can know where it is, you'll find a purple colour going over it or around it and says it's over it, and you can pick me up, please. And so yeah, once you've done that, what you want to do next is to go back in this door or room by pressing the triangle. And why? Well, you might want to get some more green. God symbol. Also, that fucking bitch hit me fucking at me with that thing. How rude. Also, don't forget, there you go. Oh! 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 Like I'm saying, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. As well as the reason why I've come in it is because I want a life REPLENIZ job, because I've already used bloody 2. So yep. Also, like I said with this one, that when you walk towards it, just like the ammo REPLENIZ job, the last one will pick it up automatically. So yeah, there's that. Right, so the other reason why you want to come back in it is because when you grab a specific thing from the other room I was in before I came back into the other room, you can use the ammo, which is what you needed to blow this thing off. So L1, R1 and square, I'll fucking rip it off. And then once you've done that, you'll find something in the fireplace. See, what's that? Well, make sure you press the triangle, and it's an egg. So you wonder what is the fucking egg for? Yeah, what's that for? Well, you're about to find out in a minute, because that's what we're going to do in a few seconds when I push the triangle on the door. As well as run away and say screw them. That's what I say. And then what you want to do is possibly go over it for another life, REPLENIZ up, which is what I'm going to get because I did have 3. I've got 1 and then picked up another to make 2 and finally get another one. So once this sound picks up, make sure you go back through this door for something, which is what I'm planning to do. And you've probably already sussed it. If not, then you're about to find out. Also, those things were trying to knock me half down, but they suck. But once you do go back in this area, which is what you want to do, there's a specific reason for that. You're about to find out if you don't know what I'm planning. Also, for these hours, you might want to use the shotgun with the ammo if you wish. Or either the crossbow. Also, as you saw, when I did a back roll there, we got the shotgun to go bang bang. But it did happen then, when I did that one there. But sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I don't quite get that, but obviously, when you're pushing the buttons in the right places, then yeah, you'll get it to do that. Okay, so once again, when you pick up the egg, you want to go over here, which will unlock a challenge. So what you're going to do is press the start and go to INVENTORY and press X once, because you don't push it again if you're already on live REPLENI, so jump for you to waste one. So make sure you don't do that. So when you pick up an egg, or whichever one, it will go at the bottom of the previous ones you did pick up. So with the eggs, like I said, with a challenge, like this one that I'm standing by, that there'll be 5 of them. The same thing, but make sure you grab something, because if you don't, you won't be able to unlock a challenge. So that's what you're always going to need. And this is challenge 5. So when you press X again, the egg to go in, the screen will do this if you don't remember, when I did unlock challenge 4. As well as you might remember this area. As well as a couple of coins back that I said about when I've unlocked 2 of them. I will show you one, how to complete it. But as this is one of them, I'm not going to show you how to complete it. But you wonder what is challenge 4, challenge 5, and where? Well, it's fucking over there. So once again, when you unlock a challenge, each one of these red colours will disappear. So yeah, we've got 3 other ones to unlock. So challenge 5 is over here. So you wonder, what is it? Well, it's time attack, as well as it's confirming to for you to attack anyone. What are we attacking? Well, it's an enemy, which is a skeleton. But it's not just skeleton, there's fucking loads of them. And basically what you've got to do is kill them all before the time runs out. And you've got... I'll find out in a minute. But there is only one way I know. But there's also another one as well, because I have known there's something else you can do. I've always found one specific way that will be much more easier. But I'm not going to give you the tip of how to complete it. Much more easier. There's a specific reason why. But you're wondering, how do you do this then? Right, well, first of all, you've got 1 minute and 30. Also, if you've got the ammo, you can use a shotgun and fucking destroy him. Like this. And what you're up against is a load of skeletons. That's your enemy. You've got defeat in 1 minute and 30. So yeah, don't forget, the shotgun will allow the ammo to go quicker, to be empty. Also, like I said, if you don't use the ammo, it will last even longer without it not even running out. With the pistols, as I said, that the ammo will last even longer than the shotgun. But like I said, L1 is always allow the ammo to go. Because if you look at 21 seconds there now, it's not going to be long enough. Because the ammo is going down still. By the time you're still using it, it's going down quick. As well as there are still more skeletons coming. So yeah, the shotgun and the ammo isn't long enough for you to do that. So I'm not going to say anything else because I've said one thing and I said another thing that is basically giving you a clue what you need to do. So yeah, there's another clue what you need to do. So yeah, there's that. Right, so with the other 3 challenges that are still locked, they are a little bit more trickier. Especially this one down here that's red where I'm standing. Because what you're going to have to do is a specific thing. Is escape. And then the only way you can escape is do some jumps perfectly. Because if you don't do the jumps perfectly, you can make Thanos and slide off. Or even not stand on a specific thing. Because in this area that's still red where I'm standing, and if you don't do the jumps right, you're going to fall back down again. As well as there's a specific thing that will go up and up and up. That will also be a problem. Because once it goes up and up and up, and you fall off or jump off when you're trying to jump on certain platforms that are the same ones, because there's a specific platform and there's loads of them, there's a couple of them that you've got to jump on to allow the thing to not reach you, because there's about 5 platforms. Let's calculate this. Yeah, there's 5 platforms, and you're going to have to do 5 jumps on certain platforms and wait, and then do one thing, which is allows you to use the grapple hook for you to pull yourself out of the area. But you need to do some couple of jumps to get on to a higher point and allow yourself to use the R1 and triangle with a grapple hook for you to get out of that place that is part of the challenge for you to do. But I'm not going to say which one it is, because I haven't unlocked it yet. As well as, once again, I did say about that challenge 4 that is over here. that has been unlocked, as well as, while I'm it, what I'm going to do is show you again, as well as it is challenge for the maze. Now, basically, as you see right in the middle, there's a purple thing right there. But also, if you look very closely, you should see another purple one there. Now, basically, as it says, challenge for the maze, make it across the bridge. So you wonder, where the fuck is the bridge? Well, you got to find it, as well as you can see, there's two purple things right there. What you got to do is go through the right ones, because if you don't go through the right ones, you'll be back where you started. As well as, when you do, you'll send an enemy at you. As well as, there is also, at the bottom as it says, before the time runs out. So you have to find the bridge before the time runs out. And so yeah, like I said, before the time runs out, so the enemy, whatever what it is, will allow you to fight up against you, as well as the time to flicking go down. So you don't want to go through the wrong ones, because otherwise it will turn up and allow you to fight it and allow the time to just keep going down while you're doing it. So, the way to do this, but I'm also going to show you your enemy. If you can't remember, on my previous recording, I'm pretty sure it was my second or my third one before this one turned up, because I can't remember from the top of my head. But yeah, you've got 59 seconds. So, you've got two purple things right here, and also you've got another one, which is over here. So this is the right one. But the other problem is, you don't want to go back the same way, because otherwise you'll trigger it for you to start all over again. So, like I said, go through this one, and I'm going to show you. If you go back the other way by accident with L3 moved in the wrong angle, you'll alert the enemy, which is a metal whacking stick fucker that's going to allow you to fight against it and kill it. And the time will still tick down until you kill it. So we'll go that way, and then that way, but you're always going to have to keep going the same direction. Don't keep going backwards. Alright, there's one there, also another one there. So, there's 5 seconds, that's not going to help me, but also, that's another wrong one, but that's all I'm going to do. So, if you don't watch this recording, you're not going to know that there is another one of those for you to do as well. So yeah, so make sure that you watch this recording, because if you haven't watched the other one beforehand, then you're not going to know that's there either. So yeah, there's that. So once again, as I said before, that if you complete any of the two, you'll get a cheat, and when you grab a cheat, you'll have them. As well as if you have unlocked the other 3 and you've already completed the 2 and get the cheats from completing them, and you go for one that you haven't done and you're having a go and you fluff up and you want to go for a different one and you make a success out of it, and you get another cheat, which make 3, and you go back for the one that you struggled on, and you say, fuck, that's it, I fucking quit, like you're pissed off, and you go through this thing, it means that you're going to have to do the 3 again. And why? Is because you're going to have to complete every single fucking one without going through that purple thing. And so there's a specific reason why you don't want to go through that purple thing, as well as do every single fucking one again, is because you'll grab something. which is a weapon that you can get hold of, which is a rifle gun. As I said before on one of my recordings, that sometime again soon I'll show you the weapon as well as show you what it does. So that's my plan, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to do it sometime soon, whenever that will be. But yeah, so keep remembering about that. So as I said, when I've unlocked another one, I'll show you how to complete 2 of them, or just 1 of them. But it depends on which one I unlock to make a success out of it. Okay, so, but most of all, with 3 of them, 3 cheats that I know how to complete them, as well as 1 or 2 of them, especially just 1 of them. There's a specific way of doing one. Is basically do 1 of them that will be on easy difficulty. There's only that way you can do it. But also there's another way I just remembered. There's 2. So there's 2 ways you can do 1 challenge, even if you're on medium difficulty, because you can do it in medium. But probably that's a bit too simple for you to know about. Right, also what I'm going to do is get the game to save itself by allow to have a symbol on the left hand side that you might have saw, which was a circle thing that turns, which I might just do again. Let's just shoot this one out of the way. Just one of these ghostly screen bitches. And just go straight through the door and watch on the left hand side of the screen. Watch it on the left. There's a symbol on there that will turn up to show you I'm saving a game for you. So yeah, right. So like I said, that is where we are going to leave it for today. As well as hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. As well as on mission 5 next time we will finish it, because with mission 5 this one's a long one, so that's why I'm going to do it in 2 sections of a recording for you to know about. Okay, so that is my plan. I suppose it's nearly time for me to have something that everybody else needs once in a while. Yeah. So I shall catch you on the next one soon. Take care.